everybody. I am here again at work at the Mountain Mule. I still haven't decided if I'm going to keep making these videos or make a whole nother channel for it, or quite exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of see what the response is first, and then kind of go from there. My goal from this channel is just to kind of answer questions. I get a lot of questions all the time, and I know a lot about what I do, and I'm pretty good at it, so I figured I could help people to understand any question that they had about tattooing. The thing I'm going to go over today is pricing and how tattooers come up with the price for a particular tattoo. That is usually the number one question that I get, is how much is this going to cost? And there are a lot of variables that go into that. And you will see that different artists charge different prices, as well as different studios, and I will kind of give you an insight as to why that is. One of the reasons why some tattoos cost more than others is the equipment that the artist is using. Some artists use very expensive equipment, and we have to pay for those things every time that we use that equipment. Some artists use cartridges, which can cost, I know some of mine cost $3 a piece, and you know, I might be using anywhere from at least 3 to up to like 5 or 6 for each client. So we're paying for that, plus all the disposables, plus the fees to have, you know, the cartridges taken off, and the ink. You know, the ink is like $10 a bottle, and you see when you go into a tattoo shop, you see all the bottles of ink. All that adds up, you know, and that's why we have a studio minimum. That's why you have to, even if you're just getting a tiny dot, just us getting all the equipment out, you know, we don't cross-contaminate, so everything has to be fresh, brand new every time. We have to pay for all that, and you also have to pay for our time to do that. You know, it's not just the time you're sitting in the chair, just that one little, you know, even if it's a dot, there's more that goes into it than just that little piece of time. You know, we're setting up, we're breaking down, and your even if it's just a dot, is taking up space in our day where we could have like a really large tattoo. So a lot of factors go into that, and that's the reason why we have to have a studio minimum, even for just a teeny tiny tattoo. Another reason why some tattoos cost more than others is the experience of the tattooer. And you know, this is really obvious if you look through portfolios. You can see that, you know, someone who doesn't charge a whole lot of money, or is very, very cheap, is not going to be as good of an artist as someone who has a lot of experience. You're not just paying just for that tattoo, just for that time being tattooed. Whenever you pay for a quality tattoo, you're paying for all the hours and time that artist has spent, you know, over the years drawing and, you know, preparing themselves. You know, some people, you know, get better playing football or whatever. I've been drawing since I was a little girl, so all of that time, you know, it all adds up, and that comes out in my artwork, and that is what the client pays for, is all that experience that I've had, or their artist has had over the years, compounding each other till, you know, they get the result that they want. Now, you'll notice 2 different ways that artists charge. Some artists charge by the piece, and some artists charge by the hour. I do both of these. Anything that's like kind of like sheet of paper-ish size or smaller, I charge by the piece, because I know how long it's going to take me usually, unless it's like super detailed. I can know about within like a 30-minute to hour range how long it's going to take me, and by knowing that, I can know how to charge, and you'll know exactly how much money to bring in, and it's pretty easy that way. Another way that artists charge are by the hour. Now that is not as easy to give like a direct estimate. Like I said, that size, anything over that size, it's just hard to know how long it's going to take. Everybody starts, their skin starts reacting differently over like the 4th or 5th hour. Some people push out a lot of plasma, or they start bleeding more, and it makes it harder to get the ink in, and it's just, there's a lot of variables there. So if you come in and you say, I want a sleeve, how much is it going to be? I don't know. I don't even know. It's hard to say even how long half of it would be. It's just a case-by-case basis. And the hourly rate, it varies from artist to artist. You really can't say, well, this person only charges this much an hour and that person only charges this much an hour, because say this person charges $80 an hour, but they're really, really slow, and this person charges $150 an hour, but they're like super quick. You might be paying more for this guy because he's so slow than paying for this guy that's like really quick. So every tattoo artist has their different rate of tattooing and how fast they're going. But as long as you look for quality, you're going to be getting more than your money's worth in whatever you pay per hour. Most artists have like I know I do have like a minimum hourly rate. I at least want 2 hours minimum for my hourly rate. And anything under that is all priced by the piece. So yeah, don't get offended if your artist has no clue how long it'll take or how much it's gonna be for something large, because there's really no way to tell. There really isn't. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and if there was, I'd tell you how much it was gonna be, but that's why we do the hourly rate, so you can kind of pay as you go, however long you want to sit. If you want to sit for 2 hours, if you want to sit for 4 hours, then you just bring that much amount of money with you, and then we'll work till we get to however much money you bring with you. If you've found an artist that you like, and the next step is to go show them your ideas and go get a price, then I strongly encourage you to go talk to that artist face to face, whether you have to make a consultation appointment or what have you. It's just better because, number one, I kind of read off of people's energies. I kind of get an idea for color palettes, if they're wanting color. I kind of get an idea of what they like and how they are. So talking with that artist face to face is usually the best way to get exactly what you want, and you get a good idea on price, and that way everything runs smoothly whenever it comes to the appointment day. Prices vary greatly from artist to artist, so it's, I really hate even like comparing prices from artist to artist, because everybody has different abilities and takes different amount of time to tattoo, so it's hard to say, well, this person's cheaper than that person or whatever. And really, you should just look for the artist that can pull off the style you want. A tattoo is nowhere to skimp or try to get a deal. I know there's those people out there, and I really try to avoid those clients. I hope people understand that. I really want clients that are going to enjoy the work for the rest of the time, and they're appreciative. I'm much more likely to go a lot further with someone that's, and give a lot more with someone that's appreciative and really values a good tattoo and is not just trying to get a deal. I really like to stay away from that kind of clientele. Just keep in mind, most artists, we can draw different variations of the design you're wanting to fit certain budgets. So if you're worried about money, just let the artist know ahead of time that you have a budget of this much money. And whether it affects the size or the design, we can try to work with that budget and work with you. We're not just money hungry people. We definitely want to try to work with our clients to get a good tattoo, because it's also our work that's on you and being shown to everybody else. So we want our work to be good, and we want you to appreciate your tattoo. I hope that kind of helps you guys kind of give an idea of how we price things and what goes into it. And if you have any questions for me to make a video about, leave it in the comments below, and maybe I'll answer your question next time. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time at the Mountain Mule.